What's going on? I wanted to make a update video on my Merrell Vapor Glove 6s. I know I had made an initial impressions video and then kind of a 3-month review. And so I just wanted to update after using these more for, I guess it's been around 8 months now, but granted, I have a bunch of shoes that I rotate so these don't get like as much wear as someone that this was like their only pair of shoes that they used for training and running in. Let me show the sole pattern real quick so you can kind of get an idea. You can see my forefoot, I'm wearing through the lugs on these now. Kind of steady on both shoes, and there's a little bit of heel wear on this one, but it's worse on the right shoe, and that's just kind of due to my gait, how I walk. So with that in mind, I guess I'll just talk more about now that I've used these more and kind of run down how I've been using them. So most of the weight training that I do is barefoot. I usually just work out with kettlebells. There's some in the background, and do body weight stuff and clubs and mace work. And I train barefoot for a variety of reasons, but I'm not going to get into that in this video. So what I mean by that is I don't use them a lot for weight training, but I have occasionally had sessions where I might do loaded carries outside, or I might do I might go outside and play with a mace or just do something with a kettlebell outside every once in a while and use them, and they're fine for that. They have good grip, no problems there. They're obviously a zero drop shoe with a wider toe box than normal. So where I use these predominantly is I try and walk as much as I can. I walk around 10,000 steps a day whenever possible. Sometimes that may be 5,000 a day if I'm busy with work or have other priorities. Some days I might walk 14, 15,000 steps. But I try and do that. So I use these a lot for that. Sometimes I use them for rucking, or I'll carry my backpack with a 35-pound weight plate in, and I'll use these for walking in, just because they give me a really stable feel of the ground with zero drop. Or I'll use my weight vest with them as well. And more recently, I'm not much of a runner, but I've tried to get into barefoot running just for fun, something to switch up my routine, and I've been using a little bit for that as well. So I'm going to be honest, they work fine, and I still have my pair of Zero HFSs, which have some sole wear, but they're going strong. I have a couple of pairs of Witten trail shoes I've since picked up on Amazon, just the cheap ones with the strap and like the neoprene style of material. And I have another pair of the ones without the strap as well. And I think these shoes, if my memory serves me, I could be wrong, I think they were like $90 when I got them. And I went on Merrell's website the other week for fun, and I think they went up to 100. So I could be having like short-term memory loss, and they were 100 when I bought them, but I feel like they were $90 when I got them. So I don't know if they raised the price or I'm just forgetting. But okay, grievances since I've been wearing barefoot shoes more, my foot has kind of changed a little bit. They're wide enough, like they're just adequately wide enough. This rubber bumper on the toe, I guess my foot's gotten like wider, because when I got these, they felt really free on my feet, and now they feel almost like a hair constricting. Not that they're bad in any way, but this feels a little bit constricting with being able to move my toes up, having the rubber over top. I think this is a good shoe, but would I pay $100 for it again? I don't know. That's kind of where I struggle. I don't think they're particularly bad or good. I think they're kind of average. I think they're a little expensive for what you're getting. I feel like this should cost $70. Just my opinion. To tell you the truth, I think I'm just gonna buy Witten shoes. From here on out, for really beating the crap out of, unless they go significantly higher in price. I think I'm gonna stick with like the Amazon Jumras and Wittens and shoes like that style you can pick up, because they're fine for my use. I use Wittens for walking a lot, and I just feel like for $40, I'm getting better value for my money with a shoe that, quite frankly, does the majority of it. The only thing I can complain on the cheaper shoes is they are a little bit heavier. Um, but that's kind of what my debate's been: is am I going to replace those? Would I buy another pair? And as of now, I'm leaning towards no. Um, just because for $100, I just don't feel like it's worth it. Um, the Zero HFS original shoe, which I think they just discontinued in favor of the two. Um, those Zero HFSs are great. Those have worn really nice, and I've really worn the hell out of those for walking in, and they've held up. I feel like I've gotten my money's worth at 125. I just think it was kind of like, I like this breathable upper that they did, but if I had to complain, I would say the laces on this shoe are too long. For one, the laces are too long. That's not really that serious. I wish they didn't do the overlay rubber over the toe. And I think this sole is kind of an L. It's grippy, but it's not durable. So I guess that's a trade off. Do you want grippy or do you want durable? Personally, I could deal with a little bit less grippy outsole that was more durable than this. But I like the upper. I do like the upper. These are wider. A lot of Merrells I can't wear anymore. A lot of even Zeros are narrow to me now. I can't wear. Like I have a pair of Mesa Trail 2s, and I feel like my toe hits the edge just barely. Um, but I don't think I would buy these again. Not that they're bad. It's just I try and stretch my money to get maximum value, and for 100, I just don't feel like it's worth it. So anyway, that's my update review or updated review, and if they're on sale, I don't think it's a bad buy, but for $100, I just think there's better options out there, and yeah, I think you could get a better value shoe for $100 or less than that. And I know some people complain about supporting the Amazon stuff that's imported from China, but look, to be honest, like the reality of it is I just have to make my money, go as far as I can sometimes. And I do still like the small companies, and I would love to try like Soft Star shoes. That's something that I would like to try, just for casual wearing to work, that sort of thing. But the reality of it is I can't afford to spend 150, 60, and $200 sometimes for what some of these shoe companies charge. Um, anyway, that's my 2 cents. Take it easy.